So what's next?
We drive this car out of here.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Extreme Daily Drivers. Kelly and I are back under the Miata.
Oh my goodness.
As you may see above us, we got the transmission installed. It took us, ready for this? 5 hours. 5 hours to get that stupid thing on.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was a really bad day. Bad day. It was on par with putting the top in, convertible top in.
Yeah, it was, man. It was a long day. But we got it done, and I'll tell you how we did it. Let's get out from this car.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how we did it. All right, so after beating our heads in, like over and over and over again, trying to get it in, you saw we tried to manhandle it in. Initially, we had trouble with getting it onto the transmission jack, but after trying to manhandle it and failing, we went ahead, it broke the transmission jack back out, and what we ultimately did was what a lot of you guys suggested.
Yeah.
We actually got the transmission jack underneath there and wound up putting a transmission on there. Initially, we did it by jacking the car way up, and we had them both together. We got underneath there, tried to get it lined up, it wouldn't line up. Wound up taking it off the transmission jack after a couple hours, honestly.
Yeah.
Then we tried to manhandle again, didn't work again. Put it back on the transmission jack, tried to guide it in there, still wouldn't work. Took it off the transmission jack, and we used a combination of a floor jack to basically brace the transmission, and then another floor jack to actually jack up the engine.
Yeah.
Because what the problem was is the engine sits like this, okay? And so when we're trying to put the transmission in, it wouldn't go in like this. When we tilted the engine like this, then we were able to slide the transmission on. So the guys over at Nat Motorsports, they recommended that to us prior to the installation. Yeah. I had it in the back of my head, but I still thought we could do it kind of without that. For whatever reason.
No, the jacking the engine up helped a lot.
It helped a lot. It wouldn't have gone in otherwise.
No, it wouldn't have.
And then while doing this, or afterwards, I remembered that when I did the transmission on the XB, I had to actually like unloosen a bunch of motor mounts so that the engine would drop down like this so I could put the transmission back on. Yeah. So that is the trick, man. If we had to do it again, which we never will do again.
Pull the engine?
Yeah, right. Pull the engine, right, which is what we should have done in the first place. Or just jack that front underneath the oil pan just to get a little tilt on that engine, and then you'll be able to slide transmission right on. All right, so we still have lots of work to do on this car today.
As always.
The first thing we're going to do is hopefully the easiest.
Yeah.
We are going to change the fluid or drain the fluid or add the fluid, whatever. We don't know what kind of fluid's in this car right now. We're going to drain what's in there, and we're going to add some diff fluid, which Kelly's got in her hand, and we're going to use this sweet pump. Check this guy out. Got this off Amazon. It was like it's like 12 bucks. It's super cheap because the one I had wouldn't work with these weird containers here with the Super Tech bottles. They have like a weird top. My little pump wouldn't fit in there right. So we went with this guy, and we think it's going to be a nice upgrade. All right, so before we drain our transmission fluid, we want to make sure that we can get the fill plug off, because if we can't get this off and we drain this, there's no way to put fluid back in. So you want to make sure you can get this off. I'm using a 16 millimeter, and I've actually already done this when I painted the transmission, so it should come right off, but it's being a jerk for whatever reason.
Like everything else.
Like everything else. But you can see the wrench is turning, so we're making progress here. That's easy. I wonder what's going to come out of here.
Pencils.
Pencils.
What came out of your...
A pencil.
It was a pencil?
Yeah, it was in my engine.
Yeah,
it was in my oil pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, on my original engine on the Prelude, when I dropped the oil pan, there was a full pencil in the oil pan.
How did that even get
How did that even happen? It's incredible. I wonder what's going to come out of here.
Oh.
Because this was a rebuilt... That'd be awesome. This was a rebuilt transmission. I wonder if he put fluid in it. That's actually not bad looking. Certainly not enough fluid It's not 2 quarts, but you know,
Something.
it's not ugly. Oh, there's some sludge on there.
Oh.
Sludge. So check this thing out, man. This thing's awesome. It's already awesome. We haven't used it
We
yet.
haven't done anything yet.
We have our fluid here. Goes down to the pump. Pump goes down. Boom, right into the transmission, man. How cool is that? So now we're just gonna pump it in until it starts to overflow and come out that hole. Is it pouring all out all over the bottom of the car?
No, I don't see anything. Not yet.
Is it hard to pump?
A little bit.
You look like you're really struggling. Well, ow, listen to
Is that empty?
pretty much. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, hold on. Let's check under the car.
Yeah, I don't see anything spurting out.
All right, we're still good. All right, time for bottle number 2. All right, we have maxed out, man. She's dripping. Dripping all over the place. So when this starts happening, you know you've met your limit. Let me get my hand under here. And even more is gonna come out yet. And unfortunately, there's still some trapped in this tube. All right, moving on to the diff. All right, so back here we got the same scenario. This is fill, this is drain. Break them loose, pump the good stuff in there, and then once it starts coming out of here, put the plug back on. So I bet you guys thought we were done with the oil, but we're not. We got to put a couple ounces down in here in the shifter. So we're gonna try to be real careful not to make a freaking mess. And let's see if we can be successful. So far, so good. I think it takes 6 ounces or something like that. We're just gonna fill it up until we feel as though we've kind of reached the mark. Okay. To me, that's the mark.
That looks pretty good.
Because when we put the shifter in there, it's gonna come up some. So, you know. Now, I just noticed there's some stuff in there we gotta get out. There's a washer or 2 we need to pop out of there.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do next. So thanks to the guy over at the Car Passion channel, we semi know what we're doing with this shifter. And I did notice that there is some washers down there that we got to get out. So I got my 2 picks that I got from Harbor Freight for like $2. And we're gonna try to, oh, well, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. It's already moving. They're kind of wedged in here. It should be a wave washer and this plastic thing. Now ideally you would have done this prior to putting oil in, but we're not the brightest here at Extreme Daily Drivers, so you know we gotta do things out of order. That thing out of here, and there I think there's still maybe, yep, look at that. It's like fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna install the shifter, and thanks to the guys over at Nat Motorsports, we got this awesome shifter that we were totally missing from our car. They were good enough to donate it to us. I got this thing all cleaned up and ready for all the new awesome stuff that we got here. So we got this awesome rebuild kit from Moss. I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description. This has everything you need to not only rebuild this thing, but actually do it with some upgraded parts. So we're gonna tear this thing open, get it installed. All right, Kelly's gonna get started with putting this thing together. What are you gonna do first?
I am going to put one of these things together.
That's right, but I don't think it's that one. It's gonna be this one. Yep, and then one of these guys.
There's little grooves here. Can't mess it up. That goes
Plastic side down, I believe. Yep.
do we need to get confirmation of the plastic side down?
No, I'm pretty sure it's plastic side down. All right, so what's next?
This thing.
Yes, so we gotta spray that.
Jeez.
Keep going, girl. Hey! Good job.
Thanks.
Wasn't so bad.
No,
Now,
I thought
do
it
you
was
remember?
gonna be just. Yeah, there's like a line here, right?
Yeah,
It's,
did we make it? Or are we where we need to be there?
I don't think so.
All right, we'll get it organized. Man, if you use your nails. You want me to do it?
Yeah, I don't want to mess my nails up.
Okay.
So there's a little lip here that you need to make sure that this gasket or whatever this is below
Underneath.
it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next, we're gonna use this awesome brass little shifter pivot thing, bushing.
Yeah.
You just leave that on the ground. And now.
This way? This
Yep.
way? This doesn't go on?
No, this came with the kit, but that's an upgrade.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if you can do it. Well, that wasn't hard at all. Sound there good?
Doesn't really move.
Well, it should move well enough. All right, that's good.
All right.
Next.
This thing?
That guy. Yep.
And that goes right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right in there.
Easy peasy.
All right.
All right, next.
This guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as the other one. You want to get it into the little,
The little teeth there.
yeah, make sure it's all the way in, all the way around.
What are you gonna put it in the car?
This goes in the car.
That guy's got to go in first.
Okay.
Remember that has the groove, right?
Does it go this way down?
No, it goes the other way. Yeah, that groove goes underneath it. Goes underneath that thing, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. Dip it in.
Square nails come in handy. No. Okay. That's,
Good?
Yep. All right, and so this only goes in one way, right?
That's right. So what do you show? Like we got a notch, right? Somewhere?
A notch.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
That
notch
goes
is
right
gonna
this
go.
way.
Yeah. How's that feel to you?
It's in.
So line that up with some screw holes. Sweet. Now we just need a couple 10mm bolts, which we didn't get with the car, but we'll dig some up. Dug up some 10mm bolts. And we're gonna crank these guys on. Not too tight. You'll
Okay.
break the bolts, or you'll break the.
Got some
That's fine. It's just gonna leak down the bottom. That's a little overflow. Nice.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now time for the big boot.
Look at how nice this one is.
All right. Got a little lube in that boot.
Lube her up.
Bolt it down, girl. How's it looking?
Looks awesome. Is this too far down?
I don't think so. I think it's good.
Alright.
So what's next?
We drive this car out of here.
So we put the center console on now? Shift boot?
Shift boot. Yeah, center console, shift boot.
We forgot something.
The knob?
Yeah, but something else.
Oh, this thing has been hanging around for like 3 years.
Kelly's brother got us that for Christmas.
When? Like 2 years ago?
No, last Christmas,
Oh,
I
was it
think.
last Christmas?
Or maybe it was my birthday last year. No. Oh, maybe it was my birthday last year.
I don't
Whatever it was, we've had
I'm
that
like,
insulation for
what is
a
this
long time.
know. Where does it go?
Right where you had it, turn it though. Spin it. Yep.
Oh, it goes like that? That's weird.
Yep. Pretty sweet.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's insulation to keep the heat out. Got it off Amazon. It was like, I don't know, $12 or something like that. You'd think they'd cut the hole in the middle.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's not.
why.
The hole's not in the middle. I don't know why, but whatever.
It doesn't go underneath?
No, it doesn't go underneath. It goes on like that.
That is so weird. All right.
Let's get the center console and get it on.
Yeah, all right.
So last time you guys saw a center console, we were missing something. But check it out. Thanks to the previous owner, he dug one of these out for us. So now our center console is complete. It's looking sweet. All right, so last step is to put on the shift knob, and we have a really, really cool shift knob planned for this car, but we're not gonna be installing it until the car gets painted because we don't want it to get all dirty or greasy or anything while the car is still in the process of being built and not yet painted. So I actually went ahead and purchased the shift knob off eBay, a stock one. And when I received it, I thought it was a little bit weird looking. It does not as I remembered. I do believe this is for an NB. All right, so I was at the junkyard the other day and they had a 93 there and I got this shift knob for free. They didn't even care. And I think this is the right one. This is the right shape, as I remember. And dude, there's something about the stock Miata shift knob. For you guys who have Miatas, there are a bazillion different shift knobs out there. The stock shift knob is really, really good on these cars. It's a really easy thing to replace, but they're really awesome. So we're gonna run this until we get our super special one. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get her on there.
In there.
Installation's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing we've done so far.
Give it a shift, see if it shifts. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm in gear.
Try to just go straight back with it. There you go. Now go straight forward. There you go. So, all right, we got something. We got something. Good job. All right, interior's in. Lunch has been eaten.
Moe's, welcome to Moe's.
Yeah, we're full. But still lots more work to do. So, we're gonna do clutch pedal.
Clutch pedal.
Should be really easy. Let's see how hard it's gonna be. So here's the pedal. I'm gonna go ahead and get it into place. And Kelly's gonna install on the other side the master cylinder, because that's what kind of holds this thing in place.
A little down. There you go. There you go.
Good show. Yeah, buddy, we got it.
You got it.
All right, not too bad. We got the pedal installed. There it is. Really wasn't that hard, right?
No, not at all.
I mean, you know, a two-man job made it a lot easier, but
Yeah.
check her out. Master's installed. We got the line hooked up. That goes around over here. And then it makes a connection there to our stainless steel line, which I don't know if I showed you guys this. But I got a stainless steel line a couple months ago from Moss. And this guy is going to go to our slave, which is going to go down and get mounted down here on the transmission. So that's what's next. All right, so here's a little slave cylinder. And we think it goes in like this. This is kind of a weird end there. But one thing we kind of forgot was that we really should have primed the master cylinder for the clutch. But we're not taking it all apart to do that, so. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Stuff like this happens all the time. We're gonna be all right. Kelly's gonna go underneath the car and hook this up to the transmission. Right, honey?
Yeah, I guess.
Slave cylinder was actually a piece of cake once we sourced some bolts, because of course our car didn't come with any bolts. So if you look down here, you can see our stainless steel line right down there to the slave cylinder. Now all we gotta do is bleed it. Fill this thing up with some brake fluid, pump the pedal. We're gonna have ourselves a clutch. All right guys, we are a gross sweaty mess, but we got ourselves a transmission now, man. First, clutch in. Second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse.
Nice.
Woo!
Yay.
Clutch is really light. I think it's fine. It's just light, but it feels good. I mean, everything seems to be awesome.
Sweet.
Transmission's done, man.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just gotta put the starter in. For whatever reason, I've been dreading this starter installation. I don't know. I just think it's gonna be terrible, but whatever.
Alright.
Wish us luck.
What are you looking at?
Starter bolts.
Oh no.
Yeah, apparently they're like a thing
That we don't have.
that we don't have. Son of a bee. Once again, we're screwed with bolts.
Oh Lord.
And they're $25 for 3 bolts.
Oh my
Can you believe this
gosh.
stuff adds up, man? This stuff adds up. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think that's gonna do it for this one.
I'm okay with that for right now.
Yeah,
we got
you know,
a lot done today.
We got a lot done today. Installing a starter is not something that we really need to film, show you guys, but we were hoping to just get it wrapped up. We've had the starter for at least 6 months.
Yeah.
And we haven't had it in the car because we haven't had the transmission on.
No.
So it looks like we've got to order ourselves some starter bolts, get this starter installed. We aren't going to film it. It's really not that interesting. But we will be back next week installing a radiator and all the radiator hoses.
Yay.
We have everything to do that job.
Yes, we do.
Actually, I had to go to the junkyard to get some parts in order to actually make that happen. But we have all the parts. So next week, installing a radiator. So look forward to that. We're coming down the home stretch, guys. Just a couple more videos, and this thing's gonna be running and driving.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be awesome. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next Tuesday. Later.
Bye, guys.